Hi there, everybody. I'm Mike Valente. Welcome to the Players Cup edition of Sports Talk here on Shaw TV. We are here at Pine Ridge Golf Club in Winnipeg, the host course for this year's Players Cup that runs July 6th through the 12th. You know, with all the breathtaking beauty that you see here, all the rolling hills and lush forest, this really is Manitoba's premier golf facility. We have a heck of a show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start things off.
Hi, I'm Derek Lepecki, Superintendent, Pine Ridge Golf Club. Welcome to Pine Ridge.
A superintendent at a golf club is responsible for all phases of course operation and maintenance, taking care of all the grass, turf, and wetlands on the course, and spraying, pruning, and trimming the plants, trees, and shrubs that surround it. Each day starts early. Derek and his crew begin work at 3:30 in the morning. Everything is carefully prepared.
Our greens are cut at 1/8 of an inch. Our fairways and tees are cut just below 1/2 an inch. Again, so the ball for these guys, they love it when it stands up and they can actually spin it. And that has a lot to do with it. If that ball could sit up nice, they're loving it. Give it a chance to absorb a bit. I see some of these patches up here. We've got a guy who's going out to certain greens and applying water just to localize dry spots. It's these little things that we do, I guess the art of perfection.
The moisture meter is a great tool for identifying problematic areas, spots that are either too dry or too wet.
Part of my routine on a daily basis is a lot of visual, because I've been doing it long enough to know if I see spots that look like they're drying up. So I bring out the weapon, and sure enough, yeah, this is very helpful. All I do is hit the button and stick the probes in, and it tells me, 22% moisture, which typically you want to be right near the 20 to 25% to have probably this time of the year to be sufficient for optimum growing.
There's also something called a stimp meter. This measures the speed of a putting green. It's essentially a small metal ramp that is angled down, releasing the golf ball. How far the ball rolls, measured in feet, determines the speed of the green.
Early in the season, we're probably at about 6.5, 7, and throughout that time frame of 2 months, we make our way to roughly 11.5.
Now, do you find golfers prefer a speed to the green, or they always say, "Oh, why the green so fast? Why are they so fast?" Does it depend on the player, or what do you find?
Whether it be probably the true pro or the high handicap member, members love to have the speed, maybe because they see it on TV, and speed represents challenge.
With 30 years under his belt, as intricate and physically demanding as the job may be, Derek loves the challenge year in and year out, saying it's all about consistency.
It's such a short season in Manitoba for the game of golf, and obviously if you're holding a major tournament middle of summer, you better be able to get these jobs done pretty quick. Consistency throughout the golf course, whether it be the speed of the greens or the playability of the bunkers, the heights of all the cutting heights that you maintain. If you're cutting your fairways at 1/2 inch and the ball stands up nicely, they're appreciative of it. They notice it, and that's what we strive for.
To grow the game, Kingswood Golf Club has decided to grow the hole. Since 2014, the course in LaSalle is the first in Manitoba to experiment with 15-inch golf cups alongside the regular 4.25-inch holes.
Some people think it's a great idea. Some people laugh at it. They think it's funny. It looks kind of comical if it's the first time you've ever seen it.
It's no joke, golf is on a bit of a decline with fewer people hitting the links. The 15-inch cups are designed to bring people back, making the game easier and speeding up a round.
Well, I mean, it's going to improve both of those aspects. Pace, which is an issue in this game, and part of the reason for the decline is how long it takes to play the game. So this is certainly going to help that avenue, as well as when you're lowering score, everything's more fun.
One hand, look at that, got him good.
For some golfers, like beginners or juniors, these 15-inch cups will be used more frequently. For golf traditionalists, not so much.
I've played golf for too long to go to something like that. That's just too gimmicky for me. So I think I'll stick with the regular ones, as frustrating as they are.
I mean, I wouldn't play them. I mean, that's not real golf.
Established golfers will rarely choose the bigger cups, but they understand the reasoning.
It allows people that haven't played golf to feel good about making some putts, which they probably wouldn't make otherwise.
But don't think you'll be draining every putt.
To be frank, on a 20 and 30 footer, don't think it's that easy. You'll still miss a lot of putts, even to the big cups. It's the second putt that isn't so hard anymore. I don't see any negative side to it. I mean, it's not influencing play at all. You can still play a regular game if that's what you choose. We're just trying to provide an additional option.
Golf may be considered an individual sport, but there is a very important team aspect to it, and that's between the golfer and their caddy. We're hanging out with former Players Cup caddy and longtime golfer Gordon Hudson and the resident pro here at Southwood Golf and Country Club, Pat Perrin, to learn the ins and outs of caddying.
A little down, right shoulder, going right over. Caddying probably about 15 years ago for, I guess it was the MTS Classic back then, now the Players Cup. And just threw my name in a hat. It was out at Pine Ridge. I grew up playing golf out there. I worked out there for many years, and I just wanted to learn from these guys because they're pretty darn good. Now I got a bunker to rake. Basically, you are carrying clubs, cleaning golf balls and pulling pins. If it's very, very fortunate, you'll get a golfer that will allow you to read greens and play a role in the game, but you basically are very quiet and you speak when spoken to. I played the 218. And once you get to know the guys and they get to know you and they see your skill level per se or your knowledge of the game, then they might open the door to allow you to assist. And I've been very fortunate to have that opportunity.
Is there a ridge number on the left? That's 12, eh?
Yeah.
That's probably even with that.
I agree. I always joke that I've got one Canadian Tour win under my belt. I was caddying for Lee Williamson in 2005 when he won the MTS Classic, so that was fun. And I got to read all the greens and played a big role in it, and in my mind anyway, and it was fun. It was really fun to watch him get that trophy. He was just a kid from a small town in central USA, and he got his first win. You got about I'm gonna say 10 feet out, it's gonna break a foot left.
What's your favorite thing about caddying? Why do you do it?
Learning, no question. You learn so much from these guys that it always seems like the week after I caddy, you play better golf. And they're so good at what they do, and you realize that it's, for me anyway, watching them, it's not so much about the big driver. It's the short game putting that they are so good at, that you learn a lot from that.